One of the things you have to do sometime on day two, don't do this on day one, it looks desperate, but sometime on day two, if you're called back, you do need to tell one of the firms, you are my first choice. That's literally called first choice language. And firms will be very clear if we don't hear first choice language from you, we will not be putting you on effectively the short list of candidates we plan to hire. So you've got to choose which firm you're going to say yes to. Now I'm going to clue you in onto something very important. I want you to imagine that you're selecting a date to prom and you have your list of people you want to ask to prom. You've got candidate one, candidate two, candidate three. And let's say candidate one is not paying much attention to you in the hallways. They're not replying to your text messages. You wave at them in the hallway and they look the other way. Does this sound like a candidate you are likely to get a yes from if you ask them to prom? No. It's not. But let's say candidate three is like waiting by your locker every day, brings you a cup of coffee, responds right away to your text messages, smiles a lot. Do you think you have a pretty good chance of getting them to say yes if you ask them to prom? Yes, 100%. So first choice language is like asking somebody out to prom. You may have a firm you are super interested in, but they're not necessarily putting you in front of the right partners, calling you back super quickly, or giving you a whole lot of enthusiastic signals that they're interested in you. At the dinner, they didn't put you in front of interesting partners to speak with. They just lumped you in with a bunch of other associates. They're coming across lukewarm in a number of ways. You have to read that signal. Part of what training I give to my clients beyond what you guys are hearing today is how to read and interpret the signals. You have to make sure that the firm is signaling sufficiently strong enough to you to give away that one rose on this bachelor style recruitment process to the firm that's going to say yes to you. So first choice language isn't just about your rankings. It's about who's reciprocating, because in the end, it's a matching exercise. First choice language happens on day two to a firm that is signaling in a reciprocal endeavor. And the first choice language you would say is literally what it sounds like. You are my first choice. Is that clear? You cannot go through this recruit without giving away first choice language. It would be severely detrimental. You can't give it away to more than one firm. They do talk to each other. If you did, it would be pretty unethical. And to be honest, it erodes the quality and the value of your word. So if you're going to give it to a firm, make sure it's the right firm. Do it once and do it well.